Who would you compare Draymond Green of the Warriors to on the San Francisco 49ers? This is one of the questions that was asked to him at the media day. He gave his answer, and I'm not going to lie, I don't think I necessarily agree with who he comps himself to on the San Francisco 49ers, but I do feel like I've got the perfect comp for Draymond Green. I'll let you take a listen as he joined Sloan Knows Ball, and she asked him point blank, who would you comp yourself to in the NFL? I do like that he picked a 49er player. I just don't think it was the right one. Take a listen to see what he had to say right here.
Those who watch Draymond Green's podcast, which is like everyone, obviously, I've heard that you've been talking about the NFL a little bit, and I want to know, who's your NFL player comparison?
My NFL player comparison, that is a good one. I am going to go Fred Warner.
I don't know who that is.
Fred Warner is the best linebacker in the NFL.
Okay.
He plays for the San Francisco 49ers, and he is a dog.
A dog. Okay.
I think Fred Warner.
Okay, got it. Now I understand.
Now, I respect that he is comparing himself to Fred Warner. As we know, Fred Warner, best defensive player in the NFL right now with how he's playing and just absolutely lights out. But this is where I kind of push back on Dre. I've watched Dre's entire career. I watched him in college at Michigan State. I've seen more Draymond Green basketball probably than I have seen of any current 49er player, considering of how long he's been on the Warriors. So I'll say this. I don't see the comp to Fred. I like what he says. He's a dog. I'm a dog. I agree with that. But this is where I start to shift the comp. So you look across the 49ers roster, and I do think that has to be one of the key elements of the player comp. There has to be that dog mentality because, as we know, Draymond Green, like an enforcer on the court, he can play point, he can maneuver the offense, he can do all those different types of things, and of course, he plays defense as well. He's physical. He'll chirp, he'll talk, he'll fight, all of those things. And although Fred does have those qualities, I think there's a better player. And the player that I have as being a comp for Draymond Green is Jawan Jennings. Now, you can let me know right away in the comments, nah, Fred Warner is a better comp. Nah, Jawan Jennings is. But let me explain why I think it's Jawan Jennings as the comp for Draymond Green, because Dre does a lot of the dirty work. You know what I mean? When it comes to playing ball, he's posting up, he's getting rebounds, he's getting steals. He's got the enforcer energy. Might not get the most gaudy stats or numbers or things like that, but his presence is felt on the field or on the court. So when I think of a player like that, I think of Jawan Jennings. I think of a dog, right? That's one of the key elements I mentioned. Jawan is a dog. Jawan likes to talk. Jawan likes to chirp at defensive backs, always jawing at defensive backs, always in a scuffle, always blocking beyond the whistle. Getting into the scuffles, that's one of Draymond Green's most endearing traits as a basketball player. And I think of Jawan Jennings in that light as well. And again, Jawan, now you can't really necessarily say the thing about the stats for this year because I think he's fourth in the NFL in receiving. But if you look at his career prior to this, Jawan Jennings had about 230 receiving yards in all of 2023. So, and we call him third and Jawan because he made the plays in the big moments and he always showed up when he was counted on. It's kind of like Draymond, you know what I mean? Kind of, not putting up Steph Curry numbers in regards to points, not putting up, again, prior to the season, Brandon Ayuk or Deebo Samuel numbers. But, his presence was felt. His importance was very noted by 49er fans. And so that's what that kind of reminded me of. I like the Fred comp, but I see more Jawan in Draymond. To be honest, that's kind of it. I was searching. I was like, you know what? I don't know if I'm going to find a good comp for Draymond on the 49ers. And I'm going through. I'm like, oh no, he's Jawan. He's absolutely Juwan. High energy guys. They chirp, they talk, they fight, they go beyond the whistle. I feel like that's phenomenal. I don't know. I'm gonna pat myself on the back on that one. I think that's the best comp. If I do say so much. Sorry, Dre. Sorry, Dre. I disagree that you're comping yourself to Fred. You're Jawan Jennings. But you could tell me if I'm wrong. To me, it made so much sense. It made so much sense. But you let me know. Am I off base? Do you agree? What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.